The local church of Tabernacle Faith has just reached their 5-year mark. In this short amount of time, they have been able to do some pretty amazing things, and it all started with a vision.
In my regular prayer closet, I was seeking the face of God, fasting and praying. And I remember I lied down on the floor in my daughter's room at that time, and I heard the Spirit of God saying it's time to launch out. So we put the word out. People were so excited, ready to come and start church, and it was just great. And then we started our first service at the Champlain S Forum. We started our first service without paying our rent. We're supposed to pay $300 before we even enter the building. But then God gave us a favor with the manager at that time. He said, "You guys coming?" So we started our first service, thinking the offering from the first service could pay the rent. The offering was $201. So it couldn't even pay the rent. But by the grace of God, we're able to meet our monthly expenditure. We're able to meet our monthly expenses, and God has been faithful to now.
Tabernacle Faith Church means a place of people that have faith in serving God.
5 years has been great. I know when you look at ministry, we're still in an infant stage. But just like I said, just to see the people are happy, people are coming, the congregation is getting larger every Sunday.
I believe 5 is powerful because I always say to myself, is every 100 starts from 1. If you want to count to 100, you got to start from 1.
Tabernacle Faith believes that in order to make a change, they need to first teach their youth.
Learning is not strictly in the classroom for me. And I want these kids to see other folks out there, other kids out there, what they go through to understand, hey, I might have it better at home, but also to remember other kids, who don't have what they have. Jesus talked about feeding the poor, taking care of the poor, or taking care of the have-nots. And that's why it's very important for me, being in the youth ministry, to get these kids to understand, this is what Jesus talked about. And I really want them to really see those kids and understand, wow, maybe I need to focus more or appreciate what my parents do for me.
Tabernacle Faith also focuses on helping those behind bars.
We had a prison ministry. Because when you get into prison, you look at these guys, all criminal, what kind of backgrounds they might come from. But yet instead, at the end of the day, you know what? People make mistakes. And God still loves those people.
We have about 300 plus men show up in those services, and the presence of God is so strong, and great things are happening, and they just want us to come and continue coming. The hunger is there for the word of God. So they are in prison, but when we get there, the excitement, they are so happy to receive the word.
And I don't think we should outcast those prisoners because of the past doing, but let God be the judge. I know they're going to pay the due to society, but going out there and worshiping with those guys, it was really great. It was really awesome just being there with those guys.
The secret that I usually tell my guys is you got to discipline yourself. Self-discipline is one thing that will keep you out of trouble. You don't need to crave for things you don't have. You don't have it, you don't have it, They apply these principles, it works for them to see results.
Plans don't stop locally for Tabernacle. They are looking to make a global change.
This year I was telling my leaders that God has launched us into international mission. So we are training people and equipping people for missions all over the world. My assistant pastor is going to be in West Africa, Monrovia, Liberia for about 10 to 12 days, preaching and proclaiming the gospel there.
We're going to Liberia, and I'm going as a matter of fact, a week or 2 from now, and having a crusade and having other programs to help with the people on the ground.
It's a church where God is making everybody somebody. Even if you think you are nobody, you come to Tabernacle, you become somebody.